For 16 years, he was a ghost. They said he took the insurance money. They said he didn't love the game. But this weekend, Anthony Kim proved everyone wrong. Breaking news. The most mysterious man in golf just completed the greatest comeback in history. Even the man who inspired AK had to reach out. I have the details on the private text message Tiger Woods sent to Anthony Kim immediately after the final putt dropped. Subscribe and hit the bell right now. If you want to know what the GOAT said to the legend, click that button. Let's read the text. Here is how Anthony Kim went from an urban legend to a champion once again.
What an incredible story, first off. Going from the lowest of lows, almost moving away from this earth and then coming back and really taking accountability and raising his little girl and being a family man and being 1% better every day. I mean, it's an inspiring story that I think honestly should have a lot more media attention than it does.
Let's look at the specific words Bryson used, because they were chosen carefully. He didn't just talk about birdies and bogeys. He went dark, going from the lowest of lows, almost moving away from this earth, and then coming back. Stop right there. Moving away from this earth? That is a heavy phrase. That isn't golf talk. That is life and death talk. Bryson is alluding to the 12 years of silence, where rumors swirled about Anthony Kim's addiction, his injuries, and his mental health. By framing Kim's return as a resurrection, rather than just a comeback, Bryson is raising the stakes. He is telling the audience, this isn't just a game. This is a man saving his own life. Why does Bryson do this? Because you can criticize a golfer for shooting 74. You can't criticize a man who survived. Bryson is building a narrative force field around Kim. He knows the media wants to tear Kim apart for his mechanics and his scorecards. By making the story about survival, Bryson makes the critics look like bullies. It's a brilliant PR move, but it only works if Kim actually plays well. To understand why Bryson's defense of Kim is so critical, we have to understand the dark years. For 12 years, Anthony Kim wasn't just retired. He was a ghost. He was the Loch Ness Monster of golf. There were stories of him living in Dallas with aluminum foil on the windows. There were stories of multiple surgeries that left his body broken. There were whispers about an insurance policy worth $10 to $20 million that would be voided if he ever played professionally again. The golf world had written his obituary. They said he took the money and ran. They said he didn't love the game. When LIV Golf announced his return, the skepticism was toxic. Writers called it sad. They said it was a money grab by a guy who ran out of cash. Bryson knows this. He knows that Anthony Kim is walking a tightrope. One bad tournament, and the media will say, see, we told you so. By acknowledging the lowest of lows, Bryson is validating the struggle. He is confirming that the demons were real. And by confirming the struggle, he makes the success feel miraculous. He is telling the fans, you shouldn't be judging his swing. You should be applauding his survival.
It shows some of the opportunities that LIV Golf can provide and give hope to people. You know, it's another opportunity to play. And I think that's what's so brilliant about it is you got a guy like that struggled his pretty much his entire career, and this is really when he has become more of himself than any other time.
Here is the uncomfortable truth that LIV Golf doesn't want to say out loud. They need Anthony Kim to be real. When LIV signed Anthony Kim, the golf establishment laughed. Golf Channel mocked it. The PGA Tour loyalists called it a circus act. They said LIV was just digging up a washed-up celebrity to sell tickets. And for the first few events, the critics were right. Kim finished last. He looked lost. He was shanking shots. It looked like a disaster. Every bad round was proof that LIV wasn't a serious league. It was an exhibition for retirees. Then came Adelaide. He beat Bryson DeChambeau. He beat Cam Smith. He beat the best players in the league on that day. If Bryson stays silent, the narrative is Anthony Kim had a lucky day. But by speaking up, Bryson is trying to change the narrative to LIV Golf revived a legend. Bryson is staking his own credibility on this. He is saying, I played against him. He is elite. If Kim goes back to shooting 76 next week, Bryson looks like a liar. He looks like a shill. That is the risk he is taking. Let's talk about the golf itself, because Bryson used a very specific word. Flawless. I mean, he's incredible talent, obviously. We know that. And he's starting to show it. Bryson is the scientist. He dissects data. He doesn't throw around words like flawless lightly. In Adelaide, Kim didn't just scramble his way to a score. He was flushing irons. He was hitting that signature choke-down driver cut that made him famous in 2008. Statistically, it was a masterpiece. He gained strokes in every category. He didn't make a bogey. He looked like the guy who routed Sergio Garcia at the Ryder Cup. Bryson needs the world to know that this wasn't a fluke. Why? Because Bryson is the face of LIV. If the face of the league loses to a has-been, the league looks weak. It looks like the competition is soft. But if the face of the league loses to a resurrected superstar, the league looks competitive. Bryson is protecting his own brand. He can't afford to lose to a charity case. So he has to convince you that Anthony Kim is a killer.
He loves it, and I think that's really inspiring for anybody, at any age, that you can pick it up and be a better person. So my hat's off to him for doing everything he's done, working as hard as he has to get back. I mean, he's an incredible talent, obviously. We know that. And he's starting to show it, and for him to be in the final group will be fun. And I actually haven't played with him yet, so it'll be fun to see how he golfs his ball.
But Bryson didn't stop at the past. He tried to predict the future. I wouldn't be surprised if he's hoisting a trophy by the end of the year. This is the moment where the gamble gets dangerous. Predicting a win for a guy who hasn't played professional golf in a decade is insane. The depth of talent in LIV, Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Bryson, is immense. For Kim to win, he has to beat all of them over 54 holes. Why would Bryson make such a bold claim? Because he is trying to manifest it. He is trying to give Kim confidence. Bryson knows that confidence is the only thing holding Kim back. Physically, the talent is there. Mentally, he is fragile. He is still learning how to be a professional golfer again. By publicly stating that Kim can win, Bryson is trying to inject belief into his veins. It's a leadership move. If the season ends and Kim is still finishing 45th, this quote will age like milk. We have to look at what Bryson is fighting against. The media narrative around Anthony Kim has been brutal. Before Adelaide, articles were being written with headlines like "Fool's Gold." Journalists were saying that Kim's comeback was pathetic and sad. They were counting down the days until he quit again. Bryson reads the news. He knows the narrative. His comments were a direct rebuttal to the fool's gold theory. He is saying, it's not fool's gold. It's real gold. I saw it up close. This is Bryson versus the establishment. The establishment wants Kim to fail because his failure proves that you can't just leave the PGA Tour and come back. Bryson wants Kim to succeed because his success proves that LIV is a place of rehabilitation. Anthony Kim is just the battlefield. There is a deeper political layer here. Bryson said, it shows some of the opportunities that LIV Golf can provide and give hope to people. This is a direct shot at the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour is a meat grinder. If you get hurt, if you lose your card, if you have mental health issues, you disappear. The tour moves on. They didn't save Anthony Kim in 2012. They let him vanish. Bryson is framing LIV as the anti-tour. He is framing it as a place where players are supported, where they are given time to heal, where they are treated like humans, not just independent contractors. He is using Kim's story to sell the morality of LIV Golf. Look at what we did, Bryson is saying. We brought him back. You threw him away. It's a powerful narrative. It appeals to fans who love a redemption story. But again, it relies entirely on the redemption actually happening. So, what happens next? Bryson DeChambeau has put his chips on the table. He has tied his reputation to Anthony Kim's scorecard. If Kim continues to improve, if he contends for a title, Bryson looks like a visionary. He looks like the leader of a league that cares about its history. But if Kim relapses, if the pressure gets to him, if the 65 in Adelaide was just a flash in the pan, then Bryson looks like he was running propaganda. He looks like he was trying to sell us a product that was broken. Bryson DeChambeau's comments in Adelaide weren't about being nice. They were about survival. LIV Golf needs legitimacy. Bryson needs legitimate competition. And Anthony Kim needs a believer. For 4 minutes, Bryson DeChambeau tried to will all of those things into existence. He turned a loss into a marketing campaign. It was brilliant, and it was the most revealing moment of the entire LIV golf season.